afternoon and evening, everyone. This is the last live for me for the day, and I'm excited to invite Sachi on. We're going to be going into You Are Already Enough, Healing Without Pressure. Sachi's a beautiful soul. We've had a lot of amazing conversations. I hope you really enjoy this. We're both in the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, and you can grab the bundle through either of our links. She has her 12-week workbook, Heal and Shine, which is a really heartfelt mission to help you really heal from the inside out without pressure. We're going to invite Sachi on right now. Welcome. Hello from Belgium. Oh, sweet. From India. Dang. Hello from Sweden. And Sachi's in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Believe so. Sachi!
Good morning. No, good evening.
Yes, it's your morning, hey?
Yeah. Oh, what time is it now?
It's 10:45 p.m. So it's my last live, and then I'm gonna just do a teeny bit of work and get to bed because I have another live at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So
Oh, wow.
it's a full day.
Wow.
You have
Well,
you have a live later with Lissa though, hey?
oh, yes,
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun.
Wow.
What time is it for you right now?
For 5:45 a.m.
Wow, you're an early riser, hey?
Yeah. Yeah. That
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, so happy to connect with you again. Thank you so much for having
Of
me.
course, it's always awesome to talk with you, and even better to see you in person and give you a big hug. It's been a little bit
Yeah,
too long. I guess it's been almost 2 years now, hey?
I think so.
Yeah, well, I guess
I
it's
think so.
2 years this fall, but it's time flies. How are you doing? And you're in Japan right
Right,
now, right? Yeah,
right. Great,
that's awesome.
great.
How are things going?
I'm quite busy, but like my energy balance is like a chaos now, right now. So,
Yeah, I hear
uh,
you. I hear you.
how
I'm in
are
this.
you?
I'm doing well too. Very busy, but it's all with purpose and feels really good to do. But I know I'll be very tired by the end of this 11-day bundle.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But no pressure, no pressure. It's just gonna go through it day by day, moment by moment, connection by connection, and I'm sure it will be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
So
right.
so we've done a lot of really fun talks in the past, and also your book that's in the bundle this time is a very beautiful book.
Oh,
I would
thank you so
love
much.
I would love you to share a little bit about it to start off.
Oh, could me? My
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Your workbook.
so my workbook. Here my contribution is Heal and Shine.
Yep.
It's initially it's a 12-week program
Hmm.
about mainly healing, but
Hmm.
to shine brightly our own light again.
Yeah, I love it.
And yeah, so it's a kind of workbook,
Hmm.
but not like a program yet this time, just a workbook, but self-paced
Hmm.
12-week program.
Yeah.
And mm, so this is my own healing journey
Hmm.
of um, 12 years of self-help and self-healing
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah. So
So
would you say this is the accumulation or like all the stuff that you've done over the last 12 years put together into what has helped you the most in a nice format to help other people go through the same steps?
yes, is that exactly right? Accumulation.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
yes. So that's it's like a not like a method or a step by step, but yes, like a message. And personally, the message was the most important, like a hidden truth of healing.
mhm. So
Mm.
what motivated you to make this workbook besides the bundle?
Oh,
Besides the bundle.
besides the bundle,
Yeah.
yes, it's funny, but it actually started from the beginning of this
Yeah.
year. So the New Year's Day, I got a very challenging, like, how can I say?
Situation?
Yeah, situation, and the New Year's Day was very tough for me
Mm-hmm.
because my healing is like a, mm, I hit the not rock bottom, but
Mm-hmm.
like a sorry, my brain didn't work,
It's okay.
but
It's
it's
early
it.
morning for you. It's
So
early morning.
sorry. Sorry. So it's started from the my necessity of healing.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I know that this is a final phase, but I could. I was thinking, well, I could go through it.
Mm-hmm.
But on the New Year's Day, some big force comes to me, and I have had like addiction of
Yeah.
food. I so-called eating disorder, and my type is a bulimia.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, that was so long, counted like almost more than 3 decades.
Yeah.
And then I always trying to improve, and that was long story.
Mm-hmm.
But that that day was I faced my truth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Even if I try to heal again and again and again, something here, something here to like wake me. It's like a big force.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided to commit to heal myself,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 3 months or 6 months, but I don't know, but for the sake of my life.
Yeah.
And then I decided to make heal and shine program for myself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
so awesome. That's so awesome.
Mhm.
I love the whole format and the like from the beginning to the whole process that you go through. And I actually have it up here because I wanted to ask you a question about the six, if I can get the right page. My apologies. I switched. There we go. The six milestones of growth. Where did that come from? And can you explain a teeny bit about that?
Oh yes, I didn't memorize that, but
It's okay.
um yeah. So initially, I still trying to heal myself
Yeah.
at first, and like I already have the uh, practical and method of healing, like maybe 3 or 4 books of healing method,
Hmm.
and I felt that works for me finally.
Yeah.
But instead, uh, it took 3 months to complete this workbook to
Hmm.
create. But during that time, my state is shift from like trying to heal completely,
Hmm.
but just the process
Hmm.
itself evolve to like to be complete and come home
Hmm.
again, like to be whole.
Hmm.
So it's hard to explain, but that like that part itself naturally heal when I follow the path,
Hmm.
or like I stop trying to fix. Mm,
Mm. So,
mhm.
so you came to a deeper place of acceptance of the journey,
Yes.
maybe, rather than just focus on the end. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I deeply focus, but at the end I couldn't do my way.
Yeah.
Like something when I focus on truth, I couldn't control.
Mm-hmm.
So I follow the healing path, and that is the sorry, it's like a distracted from a 6 milestone, but it's it's my personal insight,
Mm-hmm.
and personally, I couldn't heal myself with the attitude to heal myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's very paradoxical, but that happened for me after 30 years of searching.
Yes. Yes. So So would you say that in the past you really put pressure on yourself to heal,
Yes,
and part of this process is what we're talking about, healing without pressure?
yes.
And yeah, and if so, so what does healing without pressure mean to you? Like what does that actually look like?
Mhm. So healing without pressure means being 100% supportive
Mhm,
for ourselves.
mhm,
So no judgment, no like self-denial or self-doubt, but without condition, being 100% here, like a radical compassion and acceptance.
mhm. So what has helped you? Because, in concept, like not putting pressure or not judging ourselves, it can be hard to apply. So
Mhm.
what have you found to make it a lot easier for you to put less pressure on yourself and to be more accepting of, the sways of life and how difficult life can be?
Mhm. So the final key was compassion.
Yeah.
Compassion for me. Even the self-love or self-care
Mhm.
can be the yes, it's we need practice to do it, like a self-love practice, a self-care. We need practice, but even like practice self-love a lot, self-care a lot.
Mhm.
If we if we try to fix that problem or like it's very common way to a common attitude to heal ourselves,
Mhm.
but instead just stop and without the necessity of healing,
Mhm.
just with compassionate attitude is very necessary
Mhm.
to. Mm, I'm so sorry.
No, it's it's
Can
totally fine. It's totally
Mhm.
fine. They're tough concepts to explain sometimes, and especially when it's your second language as well. Your English is very good for being your second language, I think.
So sorry.
No, no
Yeah.
worries.
So this program is simply hidden shine, but that true healing starts when we release the necessity of healing.
Mhm.
So just right now at this moment,
Mhm.
we are already enough,
Mhm.
and we are whole at this moment,
Mhm.
even the midst of chaos or problem or and that starts from being with ourselves
Mhm.
completely with no question. And yeah, we can do it,
Mhm.
I
No,
think.
absolutely. Yeah, because like, what I'm hearing you say is that when we see ourselves as broken or we see ourselves as not whole and thinking this is wrong, this isn't good, I want to be whole, I need to be fixed, it
Yeah.
makes it a lot harder. And so you're you're coming from a place of being present now and seeing that you are whole. It's just, it's a part of the journey. Does that sound accurate?
Yes. Yes, accurate. And or not just for that realization not come from the first,
Mhm.
we are whole or I'm whole.
Yes.
But just trust the path is enough. It's hard to explain because our own journey is very different and it's
Yes.
unique, and we don't we don't need to know our whole past from the beginning.
Mhm.
So we really don't know, but trust and really compassionate to ourselves without judgment
Mhm.
is very necessary, I think.
No, I totally agree. I 100% agree. And I think that's brings the value of your workbook because again, it's such a personal process. It's not like you're telling people like what to do. they get to go through the process and discover themselves and come to their own peace with their own journey and
Yes,
their own self, right?
right, right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
I found that it's enough. Just being 100% supportive to ourselves is foundation and enough.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
I mean,
mm,
if we don't have our own back, like who's going to have our back? Like
yes,
it's nice, of course, to have friends and family that have our back, but that's not always the case. And even if they are supportive, they may not understand or really know exactly what we're going through. So having your own back and putting that motion in progress and putting that time and introspection into self to be able to work through what you're going through and come to that deeper sense of acceptance, though, where we
yes,
are. Just
yeah,
it sounds so beautiful and powerful.
yeah. Thank you. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So even the people who struggles a lot again and again
Yeah,
is the people who needs compassion. And
absolutely.
that was me. So this is a book for that kind of people, like very passionate about healing and very serious, and but somehow didn't work and feel broken and
Mm.
but
It's feeling stuck when
yes,
people feel
stuck.
stuck.
But yes, but you really deserve love, and
Mm.
mostly especially for your own love.
Mm. Mhm. No,
Yeah,
I love that because I think so often people just put on a brave face and pretend that they're okay and
yeah,
that life is easier, it's all sunshine and rainbows, but it's very courageous to share, and to open up and to be honest and you know we're all work in progress, but that again that doesn't mean we're not enough. It just means we're going along that dance, right?
right, right. So it's okay to be not okay. Like and it's very courageous. Yes, we need to be positive,
Mhm.
but it's it's very paradoxical. But sometimes very truly honest with ourselves.
Mhm.
Oh no, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's very brave, and maybe that is the somehow starting point, new starting point
Yeah,
for
yeah.
truth.
It almost sounds like a contradiction, but it's so true that we can come to be okay with not being okay,
Right,
right? Because
right.
and it's interesting because sometimes, when people I know they're not doing well, and I say like, are you okay? What like are you okay? Are you all right? And they're like, no, I'm not. And but they're not in acceptance of not being okay, and that creates so much suffering and so much pain.
Right. So much suffering.
So when you've been in a especially tough spot, when it's hard to see uh, that it's okay to be not okay, or that that it's more beneficial to be in acceptance of where you are, when you're having a hard time seeing that, what has been helpful for you to get past that and to come more into the present with acceptance?
Oh, sorry, could you say me that again?
Yeah, yeah.
For
So when you're having a really hard time to be okay with who you are in the moment, and it's hard to get to that place, what would you say is something that's helped you, or maybe a tip, for somebody who's just having a really hard time being in acceptance?
Mm. Yes, that's the same thing, but it's totally okay, or more than okay, to be there. The place of it's not okay, and
Yeah,
it's it's more than okay. It's actually that you have wanted to be to be to like to have you
mhm,
to be there
yeah,
without judgment.
hmm,
So
yeah. Just to be present
yes,
with your
just be
without
present.
judgment of yourself.
Right. Uh, the last 3 years or 2 years of healing, my healing journey is just being there.
Yeah,
And I tried to heal until recently, until the whole this beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Just try and try and try, because I truly believe positivity and changing my mindset and like everything, like a
Mm-hmm.
healing method, work eventually
Mm-hmm.
if I do the best.
Mm-hmm.
And so that attitude is like if I don't heal,
Mm-hmm.
somehow I miss the point and I'm not good at healing or something. Care or self love is not.
Yeah.
But it's not just being myself, a supportive person.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's not separate, but we have a lot of wounded part inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every part is waiting for us to see
Mm-hmm.
and hold, and that is very enough. I didn't know that, like except for the surface of the like problem
Mm-hmm.
or symptom,
Mm-hmm.
or more than adjusting the surface of like a situation,
Mm-hmm.
just being there as like yeah, being there supportive, not trying to change,
Mm-hmm.
not trying to change is another key.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So since you've taken on this approach, what changes have you felt, and how has that kind of changed your general day to day, or your general overall feeling about life and your path and progress in general?
I will let the message. Oh, please say that again so much.
Yeah, no
Sorry.
worries. No worries. So I was just wondering, since you've taken on this approach and put this book into practice yourself, what shifts have you felt? Like, how has that changed your average feeling and just overall wellness?
Uh, yeah, so that this work is final shift of my journey actually. Mm, and I feel more whole and true,
Hmm.
and that was I have wanted.
Yeah.
Not like a situation, but a sense of me.
Hmm.
Yeah, because when we trying to heal ourselves, it's very like it sounds very true,
Yeah.
true to us. And yes, but if the foundation is the lack and maybe I'm broken, or it's completely like going to the different direction. So for me, it took 30 years to redirect to
Hmm.
like to my truth, like to be whole.
Hmm.
So the self-compassion, like a self-compassion and being totally supportive and being there for our wounded part is made me shift towards the path to home, to whole me.
Yeah.
And that is that was the true healing more than the situation or surface symptom.
Hmm.
Mhm. So I try to heal the and adjust the situation and the symptom. Yeah, for me, that was addiction. So the severe type of self-hatred and self-doubt, or and addiction was my self-punishment.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. But when I tried to heal that outside surface problem,
Mm.
it couldn't give me a chance, any chance to like feel me
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
feel loved.
Yeah. Yeah. It was always
So
outside of yourself.
yeah, and I'm not. I have like I'm something wrong. That belief is still remained. I have something wrong. So heal more, heal more, heal more.
Mhm.
But it's okay to be. that place. I need to heal. But anyway, I do love myself. I compassionate about my journey and the situation. It's not a negative thing. It's not negative thing. And yeah, so it's like a core shift happened to me. From
Yeah,
there,
a whole shift from
yes,
outside to inside.
yes, right.
Yeah.
So after that, any self healing method or self love or self discipline, even after that shift, it works because it's a sake of love, sake of our life based on how we love ourselves. So
And
what I
how?
want to mention, yeah, what I want to mention is even the self-love or self-care can be the like a hidden wall to be feel whole. And do you understand what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, for sure, for sure. It
Yeah.
sounds to me like shifting to be your best friend and, your own best ally instead of, making it harder on yourself and almost being an enemy of self.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I know for some people that was a challenge, and for me too. So I started working on lifestyle. I think I found that lifestyle 2012 or 13 was almost 10 years. And that has been actually bring so much life change and so much happiness, and that was a life changing discovery, this lifestyle. But at the same time, that was so challenging to me
Yeah.
because of the trying to be better and improve and to be being perfect,
Yeah.
doing perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. It can be really challenging. A lot of times people think that a raw food diet just makes everything perfect and everything
yes,
easy and just everything's like juicy mangoes and sunshine and rainbows, but it brings up a lot, right? It brings up a
yeah,
lot, and then just like you said, the pressure to try and be quote unquote perfect or to, do it in the same way somebody else does it, and if you don't, then you're wrong or bad or anything like that. Um, how has that process been, and where are you at now? Like, you feel like you have more ease and acceptance with the way you do things for you, and what does that look like?
not just about raw vegan,
Yeah.
like oh, but by the way, raw vegan lifestyle. Oh, I I inspired by you a lot,
Oh,
and oh yeah, actually maybe 5 years ago when I took your course, raw vegan success system,
yeah,
success system, that changed that changed a lot
yeah.
to cultivate a relaxing attitude towards raw vegan lifestyle. Because some people follow joy, very joy to live this lifestyle,
Yeah,
but for some people, like a very serious matter to
yeah.
heal their selves. So for me, it's later, mm, and it's hard to be relaxed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
Oh, she's so lovely. Thank you so much for the melon lime.
no,
And
I totally understand that. I think a lot of times people can get into a healing journey or into the raw food lifestyle and make it so serious and make it failure and success and black and white and make little things into giant mountains and, you know, feel like they need to do it all in two steps and be at the end of their journey and just, again, rainbows and sunshine. But that's not really how it works, hey?
yeah, right. Totally. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
It's a
Kath is saying
lifestyle.
it is, and it's about so much more than diet because like we can change our diet, but if we are in our own mind in a create a prison or stress, then we can't thrive the highest we can if we just look at raw food diet or if we just look at yoga exercise.
Yes.
It's about more than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So what are some other practices besides the mindset that have really helped you a lot and that you incorporate into the workbook?
Oh, like for me, being nature,
Yeah.
being nature, and listen our true honest
Yeah.
feeling, often suppressed in daily lives,
Mhm.
is yeah, bring me a lot of peace and the truth
Yeah.
inside. And how about you? Uh, like I have just a few connecting with nature is very very much important to me.
Yeah.
The eventually raw vegan lifestyle is also the way to connect in nature
Hmm.
for me, like eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, but all comes from nature,
Hmm.
and we are part of nature. So like a very not synergy, but very like resonate.
Hmm.
We more we live this lifestyle, more eat fruits and vegetables. It's the diet itself is a way to connect with our true like own nature.
Hmm.
So
No, I totally
that
feel that too. I mean, uh, the fruit it brings up the sunshine and the earth and the water and nature's love, and it's just so it's just so powerful to bring that into yourself. It's an act of self-love to feed yourself these beautiful natural foods.
exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah,
What
it's just a
go ahead.
yes. Yeah, yeah. It's more than words. It's more than description. And we
Yes.
all
Yeah.
feel. It's
Yeah.
all feel.
Yeah. Yeah. It really is. It really is. It's a challenge sometimes to put things into words. I've often said that I wish that I could just tap people on the head and they would feel how amazing it feels, how
Oh,
good it can feel. But everyone's on their journey, right? And it is all perfect,
yes,
and
yes.
and everyone's at their own pace and their own place, and trying to fix somebody or trying to fix yourself without that sense of awareness and patience and acceptance, it's kind of like putting the cart in front of the horse, as they say. It's
Yeah,
making it harder on yourself.
yeah. It's 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 too how can I say? Uh, I don't have the sent I couldn't um, it's so beautiful. Our own unique journey itself is so beautiful. We
Hmm.
have to change that point of
Hmm.
view. It's not chaos, it's not mess, and it's not ugly,
Hmm.
but it's so beautiful that including ups and downs
Hmm.
and the self-paced own journey itself is beautiful. So
I feel it's such an expansive point of view and perspective to keep. And you can take two people and put them in the exact same situation, and one person looking out and seeing all the problems and again trying to like feel broken and trying to fix everything and fix themselves, totally different than the other person in the same situation that's just like, oh, like this is what is.
like
How can I enjoy
yes,
this? Like what a wonder to be here.
yeah, yes, I totally agree with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's not always
And
it's not always easy to remember. Sometimes we forget, but it's
yes, yeah,
it's good that we have people like each other to remind ourselves and remind each other.
yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
and that process itself is all everything is like more than okay. That like forgetting or being stuck and every process is beautiful. That is, I found that
yeah.
even in the moment of stuck, we we grow
Mhm.
from that place of like unwanted emotions or unwanted situation. We all know that.
Yeah.
So that kind of total acceptance is our mind, and knowing that anything is not wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but that is eventually being asked to be learn and grow, and if we accept more and change our point of view and trust the path,
Mm-hmm.
the process itself bring us from our mind and like follow the healing processing happened in its own way.
Mm-hmm.
That is I feel right now.
So, what role do you feel? You mentioned trust. So, what role do you feel trust has in this process, and what are we trusting?
Mm, that is our own inner power. Like when we born,
Mhm.
we don't have a problem.
Mhm.
That it's created by like a sounded an environment or eventually in our mind.
Mhm.
So we are all have no problem when we're born.
Mhm.
And sorry for that. What's your question? Sorry.
Mhm.
Uh, what was your question?
Oh, no
Asking.
problem. The role that trust has in this process,
Yes,
and
yes.
and
Thank
what we're
you.
trusting in.
Yeah. So trusting. I think that this is another thing, but spiritual side is also the part of healing,
Mhm.
especially for like for me. It's the problem was addiction.
Mhm.
Addiction is like a more serious type of problem.
Mhm.
So for that kind of people, shift from our mind to more spirit
Mhm.
side is one of the key to
Mhm.
be whole.
Mhm.
So trust is that kind of trust, like a trust the universe or trust the flow,
Mhm.
and release our uh, effort. Release our effort,
Mhm.
and that means also the trusting our own power
Mhm.
of healing.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
when when I focus on healing,
Mhm.
shift didn't happen actually.
Mhm.
I was trying to heal. I have focused on healing
Mhm.
until recently, but when I shift to like just compassionate without condition, because I had to do that for the sake of my life
Mhm.
and to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, or end. So so I trust the past. This is already beautiful. This is already enough. This point of rock bottom is already enough.
Mhm.
And when I say it, I need to trust
Mhm.
the process. The process is like a soul experience, not just like a me, Sachi, 47 years old, and I'm growing, and growing every day, every year like that, and I heal completely maybe next year, not just level,
Yeah.
but my soul experienced this rock bottom, and this is okay. This is a path of my soul,
Mhm.
and universe,
Mhm.
universe is like that kind of trust.
Mhm. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Trust the unseen, trust the uncertain, and that is one of the shift we are spirit, but we have also body and mind. So how to shine, how to be our own true light, that shift is also crucial for me to experience, to live joyfully, and even in the problematic situation, that see positive side, that kind of trust helps.
It's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. So I wonder if you could talk to yourself of 10 years ago, would you want to? And if you did, what would you tell yourself, your younger self?
I say it's okay. It's totally okay. The place you are. And it's okay. Everything's okay. So please enjoy life.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Choose joy. Choose joy without condition.
Do you think that your younger self would have been able to hear you and listen and apply that?
I'm not sure.
It's a tough
Actually,
one.
to
That's
me,
a really tough
it's so
question.
tough. I want to be there. I want to be there, and just and like a suffering. I'm suffering for me because for now, for me, now I can hold suffering with love. So I took her suffering from me side, and I hold love. But at that time, it's tough. It's to for tough to give up healing.
It is.
Tough to give up to see myself, see herself. I'm wrong.
Yeah. Because all of that made you who you are right now, right? And you were perfect then, and you're perfect now.
I, So I'm still healing. But it's not much. It doesn't matter. And I want to explain experience. I want to experience this shift to anyone who feel struggle and suffering. That is the aim of this book. It's totally okay to be there in this situation, but one necessity is not necessary, but one key is just please be supportive for yourself from the bottom of your soul without thinking except for the situation or a problem. That is a starting point.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, all of us are, on that path of healing, and we don't live in an isolated bubble. So life happens, and there's always new things that come up, and maybe we remember some old things that, that come up, and it's it doesn't matter though, regardless of the future or the past. If we can apply exactly what you're saying, then it's going to make everything easier.
Yes, everything is easier, and yes, actually, it's not easy. It's not easy, but we can face it. Because that doesn't shift itself. It don't change any like what we eat or what we do. But with that compassion and love, radical love, we can be strong. We can be more careful, and we can choose healthy food for ourselves more easily, because that comes from your love and acceptance and support.
Yeah, it's very hard to hate ourselves with fruit.
Yeah, that's that's right. That's right. Exactly. So it's like a both like a physical side.
Mhm,
We know we physical side or more like a mindset side or spiritual side, and everything works.
mhm,
Everything works like eating fruits
mhm,
bring us the opportunity to like realize something
mhm,
like a spiritual sometimes.
mhm. Going back to nature, um, what have been some of the nicest nature immersions, or like your time in nature? What has been some of the nicest in the last while?
Oh, in my life so far.
Yeah, well, let's say in the last because I know when we last connected, you traveled through Spain and other areas, but
Oh,
since then, what are some other
since
fun?
then,
Yeah,
since then, I didn't go to. Just I went to Vietnam for two
yeah,
weeks, but it's not a nature like thing. But I enjoy the fruits a lot there.
yeah.
But not not just recently, but in my life so far,
Hmm.
I had a good memory of nature in Costa Rica.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
had lots of
and
fun out there.
yeah,
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 lots of fun.
and yeah. That's your question, like a beautiful nature experience, or
Yeah, yeah. Like what kind of nature really you just really love? What's your favorite kind of nature experience?
Mhm. Just in ordinary days,
Hmm.
going to a mountain and hiking and alone and listening to nature and inner wisdom at the same time is my favorite.
Hmm.
Just immerse in nature and just in stillness,
Hmm.
because in daily life I put on audio and always and learning a lot and like
Yeah, yeah.
doing work. Yeah, but sometimes we need stillness and total pure silence, and it's easier to be in nature when we stay in nature and hope ideally like alone even a short
Hmm.
time. It helps.
For sure. Yeah, yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I went down to the beach and I didn't go on the beach. I just sat in the grass on the sun and looked at the ocean. And it was only for 20 minutes, but it was it was very nice, and it was enough to create a nice shift and to relax and have the bare feet on the ground, and it makes such a big difference.
Yes, such a big difference, even a short time, but
Hmm.
just release, release anything at the moment.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's so beautiful.
Hmm.
And your place is so beautiful. I sometimes see in your stories, and you love nature and walk around, and
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. I really love it out here. It is beautiful nature and also beautiful architecture and nice to be able to see the sea, and nice clear blue skies, pretty common. So that's really nice as well. I love being in the water, especially for surfing. There's not as much surf here, but there's opportunity to surf.
ah,
But yeah, it's very beautiful.
wow. So I just quickly want to hear your side, or what's about like what's the key of healing,
Hmm.
and or more than healing,
Hmm.
what's the most important thing to be like a whole, or just being shine
Hmm.
our light.
Well, I really think you hit it on the head with the acceptance. I think being in acceptance and taking that stance of wonderment. Like kids are generally, unless they're in a really tough situation, they're generally just happy and smiling and running around and they're playing. They're playing with their environment and they're exploring and they have that sense of wonder that everything is new and everything is exciting. And inviting that back in and recognizing that, like, you look and see a tree and you go, oh, tree, and you just walk past it, but every single one of them, every single moment is just magic, like everything is magic. And I forget this often, I get in my head and forget about it. But when I come back to that, the thing I think actually for me, and this is a short, small bit, but is like you said, nature, but animals. Like for me,
Yeah.
nothing like seeing cats and dogs and birds and being outside and just witnessing life, and just like feeling that life and that pure awareness that animals have for me is very healing and grounds me a lot and brings me back to remember that that again this world is just absolutely magic and we're so blessed, like
Yes.
just sitting like
Yes.
yesterday I was walking along and I saw a cat just walking along the ground and it was a cat with a collar but she was outside and I just said kitty 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 and just went up to see Kitty and just it brings you right into the moment, presence and witnessing their presence and their just unwavering contentment with what is or just awareness of what is. It's that's one of my favorite things. But
Oh, that's so beautiful. It's beyond words.
yeah,
It's like a presence is, yeah, it's presence is also important. It's just so beautiful. It's animal naturally do. It's such
yeah,
a
yeah,
blessing.
yeah. No,
Oh,
I 100% agree. I living with animals and going out into nature and seeing animals is that's for me actually a very profound grounding practice. It
mhm.
just connects to spirit because I believe in
Yes,
spirit. Spirit runs through everything, and
yes.
animals to me are spirit, unfiltered. They're just so pure, and it can remind you how if we get out of our head, we can be in that sense of purity of wonderment and just exploration and excitement for what is.
Wow, that's so beautiful. You have two cats right
Yeah,
now. Still
yeah,
have two.
yeah,
Oh, that's amazing.
yeah. Snooter and Leo. And then back home in Canada, I got Dee Dee and Dottie as well. Although my mom says they're her cats, but she got them for me and Camilla for when we were healing. So
Oh,
I think they're kind of our cats too.
oh, that's amazing. I wish I could do live
Mm.
with like a dog, a cat.
Mhm.
That's a just big difference, right?
It is, it is.
It's
But
change.
there's always animals outside. Like I love going out and just like it sounds maybe funny to some, but I just like looking at the pigeons or seeing the birds fly by and just like to be aware and be present with them and just witness them, being in that pure state of being. It's yeah, to me it's almost like a meditation that just brings you directly into the moment.
Right, right. Wow.
It's,
It helps you to like out of our head. It
yes.
just be there. It's
Yeah.
so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me there's this movie that I watched. I don't know if you've seen it before. It's also a very good book, but it's called Way of the Peaceful Warrior. Have you heard that one?
No, no, peaceful. It's a book.
It's
Movie.
a book as well as a movie. And the movie is with Nick Nolte, which is one of his better roles. He actually plays the part of a Buddhist monk that just lives in regular society, not like in monk robes or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this one scene where a young gymnast that he's trying to help to basically let go of his mind and his self-destructive thoughts and just be present and excel in his gymnastics from doing that.
Mm-hmm.
His student, the young gymnast, he utilized that technique. He got out of his mind and he was just pure and he did so well. He's like, oh my God, I did the best. So he came to tell Nick Nolte, the monk, about what happened. He said, I used your trick. I emptied my mind and I was perfect. I was flawless and I beat everyone. You should have seen them. I destroyed them. And and Nick Nolte goes, you destroyed him, and he picked him up and he threw him over the bridge into the water. And and, and he's screaming and stuff like that. And he gets so mad at him. He's like, "What's wrong with you? Are you out of your mind?" And Nick Nolte says, "It took me a lifetime." And it's just a powerful message, to get out of the
Mm-hmm.
mind. Of course the mind's a tool and it's beautiful, but we can become so attached and believe it far too often.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Oh, hey. Hey,
Hey,
Kiko.
people.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, and Jennifer too. Jennifer too. Well, this has been a beautiful talk, Sachi. I'm curious because we're rounding up to the hour. Is there anything
Yes,
on?
you
Yeah,
you
it's went
have
by
to
so fast.
sleep.
It's
You
went by
have to
so
sleep.
fast.
It's almost the next
Oh,
day, right?
it's almost midnight. It's not quite midnight, but soon. But
It's a long,
what?
long day.
It's
It's
a
a
long
long
day.
day.
But you have a long day ahead of you, and it's totally fun. I feel so blessed to be able to connect with you, and I know that the time difference from Sweden to Japan is pretty challenging. So I'm really happy that we got this chance to talk.
Thank
Um,
you.
but I'm curious. Is there anything else that you feel like you want to express and share on this topic of healing with no pressure and
Maybe just relax. Relaxing mind is so crucial for doing anything.
Mhm,
So it's okay to be there with so-called problem.
mhm,
It's totally okay and more than okay to stop and be there,
mhm,
mm, without trying to improve or fix or like a yes, you said like a being with animal or
mhm,
like a it takes courage. It takes courage to be face not fix by not trying to fix the problem. Just
mhm,
be there
mhm.
and say it's okay. And yeah,
That's
that kind
beautiful.
of acceptance and relaxing attitude
Mhm,
bring joy again eventually.
mhm.
So
Is it okay to cry and to shout and to
yes, yes,
yeah?
yes, like you are like a
Pout,
like
pouty pants dance?
yes, another party that yeah,
That
that's
is one of my
easy.
keys sometimes when I'm having a really hard time to do that pouty pants dance and just let it all out and make it as hard as I can because then usually I start to laugh.
Yeah. Sometimes I can express physically and like shout and cry and yeah, it's all beautiful. It's all beautiful.
Mm,
So yeah, I want to be there if you have a tough time.
mm,
I'm I have too,
yeah.
but we all connected and yeah, we feel connected. Especially we love what we eat like a fruit and vegetable.
Mm.
Somehow we connected more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Well, Sachi, I really want to thank you for you and for all you do and for bringing this beautiful workbook to the bundle and
thank
for sharing with vulnerability. You know that it's not always easy, but that's okay because I think everyone needs to hear that, and it's just such a beautiful message. And I just again want to thank you for your courage and your vulnerability and your open heart in sharing all this. It's really beautiful and kind of you.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, always.
Well, I think we'll leave it here, and I'm going to do a little bit more and then go to bed myself. But I hope you have a wonderful day and an
Oh,
amazing live with Lissa and any other fun stuff you have going on today. Is there anything you want to share for where people can find you or any other lives coming up?
nothing particular, but enjoy. Please enjoy this event, and we have lots of lives, and yeah, just enjoy the whole bundle experience.
Thank you. You too. You too.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chris. And yeah, you hope you have a beautiful night and relaxing and have a new, fresh, refreshed morning tomorrow.
I think I will. And if I get a too little sleep tomorrow, then I'll make up for it next night. I think this is my
Uh,
latest night and earliest morning. So,
yes,
but
yes.
But I
Maybe
still got like 9 hours. I can get 9 hours of sleep. That's good.
oh, great, great.
Maybe eight.
Yeah.
Maybe eight. But we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe
Well,
take a
thank you
nap.
again, Sachi, so
Yeah.
much. And
Yes,
thank you everyone for joining
yes.
us.
Thank you so much. You're so lovely. Thank you.
You too. You too. We'll be in touch. I'll see you behind the
Yeah.
scenes in the next little while.
Yes, yes. And
Mhm.
we are going to live again on the end of the
Yeah.
bundle. So
Yeah.
yes.
What day is that? I'm so present right now. I don't remember. I have it.
I don't remember. Sorry, I checked.
But
And
I'll be sharing for sure.
yes,
We'll
yeah.
be yeah, we'll be
So
sharing.
looking forward to connect with you about your book.
Yes.
That was so gem.
Oh,
I just checked just a bit, but
yeah.
thank you so much for being with always.
Such a
And
pleasure. Oh,
yes,
thank you, Kiko, too.
yeah,
Thank you all for joining us, and have an amazing day, everyone. Enjoy all the rest of the lives, and I hope you all grab the bundle and take advantage of Tachi's workbook here and all the other amazing resources. You can grab it in either of our links. So if you're not following Sachi yet, sky.love.light, definitely give her a follow and grab the bundle for her. So thanks so much, Sachi. I'll
thank
see you
you.
again.
Bye, see
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye, be
Much love.
well.
Peace, love, seasonal fruit.